Hey everybody, Randy Kurtz here for the ISB, back from a fabulous convention, one of many fabulous conventions, but the most recent one anyway, in Ithaca, New York. Great to be there. Great week of talent and fellowship and bass playing and bass making, etc. So I did a lecture there and was asked about many things during the lecture, and one of them was just kind of how to pick up the instrument and move around a little bit. So a couple of these things are review that we'll talk about today, and a couple of them are sort of new ways maybe to think about it, and it never hurts to have a refresher. So a lot of the issues that musicians may have when playing this instrument are in the moving around and the navigating with and of the instrument, rather than simply just the playing, which has its own set of problems, as we know. So a lot of the issues, again, are going to be how to pick it up. Now, we may be aware of how to move and how to pick things up, etc., or not, but tend to maybe not think of these things so much when we're trying to get from point A to point B. We may be in a hurry. We may want to meet somebody after the show. We may be in tight quarters. We may just not be thinking about how our mechanics are in our bodies moving when moving this instrument. So to review, when you go to pick something up or move something, you don't want to bend at the waist like that. That is going to strain your back. So when you go like this and you lift now, not only are you bending over like this and straining those back muscles, but you're probably also leaning off to the side, which puts an additional curve in your back and a twist and makes those muscles tighten up even more before you even do the initial lifting mechanism like that. So what I've shown in the past is that you want to go up to the instrument, bend and lift at the knees like so. And then you can lift the instrument up like that without doing much twisting or much moving. Also bring the instrument to you as close as possible. So I've got my knee is just up to maybe an inch or two away from the instrument, and that's also helping me to bring the instrument to me as I pick up like that. So it was brought to my attention that some people, it's easier to bend at the waist than at the knees because of factors such as age, such as discomfort in the knees, such as strength, such as size, etc. All of these legitimate reasons for having problems lifting like that. And even though this strains the back muscles are going to be stronger and may provide less momentary discomfort than bending at the knees and trying to do it properly. So a solution that I came up with it would be to just alter this pickup technique, as it were, to go to the head of the bass and pick up from the scroll. So maybe instead of trying to lift here, we can go over here and then bend at the knees. If not able to bend at the knees, bend a little bit at the knees and use the back a little bit, although as I have shown you, you know my preference and the best mechanical way is to bend at the knees. But if not possible, you do the best you can, lift the scroll and bring that up. Now, as you can imagine, if we try to lift the scroll all the way, at some point the bass is going to twist like that and could be disastrous. So what you want to do is lift it just enough till you feel that you're going to have a solid grip on the instrument, and then move in towards it and kind of lift like this before the bass starts to curve, to twist, as you can see it doing already when I get to a certain point. So again, with knees bent, or bent as much as possible, lifting at the scroll, one hand around the top just below the nut, maybe a a fist length below the nut, and securing the instrument as you feel it start to turn away. If you go too quickly, it's just going to turn away, and you may lose control of the instrument due to its shape and size and depending on your strength. So when you feel it start to maybe just go off a little bit, grab, secure, and walk it up. Again, I can't stress enough that if you're going to do it in this way, just make sure that when you feel, don't do it quickly, because if you do it quickly and it starts to go like that, you're either going to go with it or you're going to lose the base. So very careful. Again, up to about there. When you feel it start to go off a little bit, or even before, secure it. Walk up into it, and you've got the instrument. I know you're all horrified by those noises you're hearing. I'm being as careful as I can, believe me. So again, with this is an alternative way to do it, but you really got to make sure you have a handle, or not a handle, we wish we had a handle, control of the instrument, because it will start to tilt. And when it does, you're either going to go with it or you're going to lose it. So again, very careful to lift slowly. Make sure you have the instrument. Walk up into it so you can secure it at all times. So when you feel it start to go off a little bit, you're planted. You've got it. You're not going to lose it. Okay, Randy Kurtz, always a pleasure to be here with you. Any questions, any comments, please send them to drkertz@drkertz.com. As usual, my book, The Basis Guide to Injury Management, Prevention, and Better Health, available from my website, www.drkertz.com, and of course from your association. See you next time. Signing off.